Hey y'all, welcome to Moux. Today, as you can see from the title, we are delivering motivational messages to spirit to you all. This was actually, I asked some of my followers on TikTok what some good pick a card readings to do. And I actually have a really nice list coming up for you all. So if you like this reading and if you find any value out of it, please be sure to like, comment, and hit that subscribe button so that you're tuned in with the other pick a card readings that'll be coming out. Hey y'all, just the last little tidbit I wanted to mention before we got into the readings. I just finished the readings, but I wanted to mention that if you wanted to book a personal reading with me, please find my email down in the description bar. Or you can go over to my website at meauxmagics.com. That's MEAUXMAGYX. That's MEAUXMAGYX.com. I am accepting personal readings. Personal readings are $20. I'm sorry. Simple readings are $20 for half an hour, and complex readings are $40 for a full hour. Just wanted to make sure I got that information over to you before heading out. But yeah, thanks again, and enjoy your reading. Bye-bye. But yeah, somebody shared this on TikTok, and I came to share these messages with you all. So these motivational messages will encourage you and your spirit to keep moving in the direction of your highest and greatest good. But with that said, my little forewarnings, I am not a fortune teller. How my readings work is they are a reading and interpretation of the current energies going on in your life and of the events that have already occurred. So if anything does not resonate, do not take it with you. For everything that does, please take that wisdom with you and apply it to your life where applicable. And if you resonate with more than one pile, that's because there's an additional message in one of the additional piles for you. But without further ado, let's move on to the card selection. This will be pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3, and pile number 4. How I like to pick my piles, I like to take 3 breaths, 1 in, 1 out. Then I focus on the bracelets, 1 in, 1 out. Then I focus on the card piles. I'll take another in and another out. And then I focus my attention on the card pile that feels like a vibrational match between both the bracelet and the piles. Without further ado, I'll meet you over at your timestamps. Alrighty, hello, pile number 1, and welcome to your pick a card reading. Gotcha, so a little bit about how this reading will work. These first 3 cards here will be your current situation, and then these other 3 cards will be your motivational message from spirit. And then I'll also show you your oracle cards, and if I feel like you need to hear anything else, I'll actually pull some additional cards from my Modern Witch Tarot deck. But without further ado, let's get right into it. Alrighty, pile number 1. So here's just what I'm seeing right off the bat. So as far as your current situation goes, I'm sensing that, I don't know if this is with your family or with your best friends or maybe even just the people you live with, but there's too much partying going on. There's too much free time. When we see the Magician in reverse, it talks about us being so free, so loosey-goosey, so go with the wind that we're actually unable to manifest the things in our life that we want. The 10 of Cups, sometimes it refers to the happy ending in the family, but it's completely emotional upsets. And then the 3 of Cups as well is having people pour into you emotionally, or going out and celebrating to the point where it's not actually really any fun anymore. But between the 10 of Cups and the 3 of Cups, I am getting friend and family vibes. So there's you're doing something with your family members or the people that you live with or the people that you hold dearest and nearest to your heart, where it's actually, it might seem fun. You might like cover it up with the facades, like I'm having so much fun, I'm loving it, but it's actually draining you. It's actually emotionally draining you. But your motivational message, not sure how motivational this is, but this is the message that you need to hear, is that it is time to make a decision. It's time to reflect on what is working and what's not working, but I'm sensing that you already know this, and here's the motivational part coming through. You've already been looking at this situation and reflecting with this 7 of coins in reverse here, but you're reluctant with this fire to burn it all. You know what I mean? To see it all burn to a crisp and to ashes, right? You don't want to do that because these are people that you care about, but I'm sensing when you do this, you'll actually be taking care of your own emotions, right? Sometimes it's harder for us to make difficult decisions, even once we've done the reflection and we know that this is the logical decision to make. But looking back, we just know this isn't for my highest and greatest good. I'm sensing you already know what that is. But the 6 of Swords is just calling you, hey, make this difficult decision. And you don't even know how it's going to turn out, but you're going to do it in the hopes that it will actually provide you with a better future. It will actually provide you with the opportunity of pouring more emotional energy into yourself. And you may have to destroy some things, but do the reflection process. And I'm sensing you already know. You already know what this is about. Gotcha. Okay, here we go, here we go. Now moving on to your oracle cards. Let me just move your bracelet out the way. I'll move these up. For your oracle cards, you have hawthorn trees. So I don't know if you can get near any of these trees or these herbs or these roots, but if you can, they would provide helpful to you. And I'm sensing this needs to go in this order. So again, I'm sensing that all the fun that you're having with your family and the friends and the people that you hold near and dear to you, I'm sensing it's kind of because like there's an emotional situation that you're trying to escape, right? This might be like an unhealthy coping mechanism that you're engaging with. And it's time to do some heart healing, right? With some actual renewal, you know what I mean? I'm seeing that you've been stuck in this pattern of like partying and trying to like drink, eat, smoke, whatever your vice may be, shop the pain away, especially with this shadow side here, you know what I mean? It's nagging you at the back of your mind, but you're just not paying attention to it, right? But the cherry blossom tree, it's asking you that it's time for new. It's like we're in the middle of Leo season right now. Whenever you're receiving this message, it's very valid either way. But they're calling you to accept some new and refreshing energies into your heart, into your love center. Yeah. So whenever I see this card, I get like cherry blossom vibes. I don't know if they still sell that scent at Bath and Body Works, but if you can get your hands on some of it, I would definitely say do that. Or even just spending some time like having a picnic or like sitting underneath a cherry blossom tree. Yeah. Here are your other oracle cards with messages and journaling entries that I'm going to read. Okay, so first up we have you are not alone, physical connection, community, isolation. Okay. You are not alone. Oh, did I kick it? I feel like I kicked it. Okay, there we go. You are not alone. The older the soul, the deeper the cave. Many star seeds and old souls enjoy their own company. Spending time alone can be comforting and necessary for their vitality, as it allows them to commune with their soul and fill up their energetic resources, especially if they have an underactive or open root chakra or find it hard being human. So again, already, I haven't even finished the message, but again, they're telling you to spend some time alone. Many star seeds find it more nourishing to retreat than to spend their time in meaningless conversations and relationships. However, we must remember that we're not here to go about this life alone. Humans are pack animals, and we all need the love, company, and support of others, both emotionally and physically. In our increasingly online world, We can be connected to more people and yet feel more alone and isolated than ever. There's still so much we don't know about the energetic side effects of things like social media. With so many people knowing our news, what is this doing to our auric field? Commonly, we find ourselves in constant conversation, yet lacking the genuine connection of physical community and touch. The main message of this card is to step out of your cave and physically reach out to those in your life. To replenish when you need to, but not isolate yourself. This could be seeing friends and family who live nearby or having a regular catch-up walk with someone. In what ways can you open yourself up to the people who are physically in your life? Those you truly know. And then the meditation or journaling question they have for you is, how can you reach out to people in your life physically? So this is kind of like, so take it if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. And again, just like with the energy I'm sensing, I am sensing it is time to take some time alone for yourself. That's just what I'm getting. But I'm sensing that you may need balance between the two, right? So this could be either way for you. So you could be somebody who's spending a lot of time alone and need to connect with people, with your friends and family members more. And just looking at this, this is resonating as well. Or you could be somebody who's spending too much time with your family and friends and you're not spending enough time alone. So finding the balance between the two, and especially looking at these two girls here in the card, they're the opposite side of the same coin, right? And there's a spark in between them where like energy is able to flow between the two girls, but their presence is necessary. Now moving on to Earth School. Life lessons, soul growth, study, higher learning. Earth School. Planet Earth is a great initiation for the soul, and life lessons are the curriculum for which we enroll. These aren't one-time lessons, but themes we choose to circle around, deepening our experience of them as we make our way through the spiral of life. Life lessons aren't only about getting it right, they're also about getting it wrong. Remembering that Earth is a planet of polarity helps with this understanding. Each year, the study deepens more and more. If you pull this card while you're going through a difficult time, you're being prompted to remember that your soul came here to grow and learn. Try not to look at difficult times as getting it wrong. Instead, see them as opportunities for soul growth. If you can find a way to grow and soften your heart through the highs and lows, cherry renewal, softening your heart, through the highs and lows, your soul is most definitely growing, which is the whole point. Pulling this card can also mean that you're being called to embark on a new area of study or growth. This could be through structured learning, such as university, school, or a training course. If you're having difficulties in a relationship, you're being reminded that these are opportunities for soul growth. After all, relationships are known as the #1 way that we grow as souls while we're here on Earth. And then the meditation or journaling question is, how are you being called to grow or learn? Alrighty, thank you. I'm not actually sensing I need to get more information. This seems pretty straightforward. But yeah, if you find value out of this video, don't forget to like, comment, or subscribe, or share this video with other people just so these motivational messages can reach as many people as possible. Let me know what parts of this resonated down in the comments, and until next time, this is XO Moe. Bye. Hello, pal number 2, and welcome to your pick a card reading. A little bit about how this reading is going to work. So these first 3 cards are going to be your current situation, and these other 3 cards are going to be your motivational message. After that, I'll show you your oracle cards and your journaling or meditation entries. And then if I feel called to, I'll also pull some more tarot cards from my Modern Words tarot deck. But I'm not sure about that. I haven't been feeling the necessity to do that today. But without further ado, let's get right into it. Okay, this is a really lovely message. This is really nice. This is really, really nice. So as far as your like current situation goes, There's one or two things, right? So either you're on this journey or this career path and you're nervous or you're scared about if it's going to turn out right or if you're doing the right thing because you don't know how it's going to turn out. There's a feeling of uncertainty. The Eight of Swords is about being scared and nervous to the point of immobilization, right? The Chariot card, it's about having the vision of where we want to go in life, but like either not doing the work to make it there or like having such a tight hold on the reins of how we get there that it makes it hard. You know what I mean? Sometimes when we have a really tight hold on where our life is going, it makes it hard for the universe to come in and intercede and to actually like bless us or to gift us with something better. So with the Chariot in reverse, I'm sensing that you can't see where you're going and it's making you scared and nervous, but regardless of what you can or can't see, I'm sensing that you're pursuing it either way with this Knight of Coins. The Knight of Coins, he's the epitome of slow and steady wins the race, right? He's very diligent, very reliable, very trustworthy. Just this warrior here. He's the one to go out and get the food. He gets the bread and the butter and he makes it happen. Whether it takes 5 days, 5 months, or 5 years, he's going to make it happen. He's going to make it happen. As for your message from the divine, they're saying literally you're on the right path. You're doing exactly what you're supposed to do. With this Judgment card here, the Judgment card is about answering the call from the divine. You know what I mean? The universe, the cosmos, spirit, whoever it is that you prefer to connect with, they've evaluated everything. They've evaluated all of the actions that you have done. They've evaluated all of the circumstances and they've evaluated everything of the people around you. And they're saying that you're doing the right thing and you're actually on your fated path. You're destined to do this. And with that said, they're saying continue to go, continue to grow, continue to learn, continue to network, continue to like make new relationships, research, look for new information, having brand new conversations about this journey that you're going on. But last but not least, don't forget where you came from. That's what I'm getting with this Two of Wands. The Two of Wands, it's about, this card specifically, it's really about like balancing the best of both worlds, about like where we've been, our home, you know, our past, but also where we want to go in the future, right? So they're saying, continue to go where you're going, continue to look for new information, but don't forget where you came from, because I'm just sensing that you looking back and like humbling yourself or just remembering who or what you're doing this for will continue moving forward in the right direction. Gotcha. Okay, nice, nice, nice. Okay, I'm just gonna move this out of the way. And get you your oracle cards. So for your oracle cards, you have Chickweed Perspective, you have Burdock Detoxify, and you have Aloe Resourcefulness. All of these are like very green, so I don't know if you have any green plants in your house or if you can go to a park or something like that to spend time around any of these plants or just some like shrubs, greenery, or plants. But connect with nature if you can, right? Be that Knight of Coins, spend maybe like an hour or two just enjoying the outdoors. I know it's a little hot right now, but again, do it if you can. So Chickweed Perspective. So the chickweed is just about changing your perspective around things. You know what I mean? Like I was saying earlier, you don't know how things are gonna turn out. So that's kind of scaring you. But that could be a good thing. You know what I mean? If we knew how things were going to turn out, that would stop a lot of us from going on the journeys we're meant to go on, right? Because like if you knew something was bad, if you knew something was going to turn out bad, you wouldn't go on the journey. And if you knew it was going to turn out good, you would probably rush to the finish line, right? But in that process of rushing to the finish line, if you knew what the finish line looked like, you skip steps, you rush, your journey becomes a little bit sloppy. So again, just changing your perspective about what's possible, and then not knowing is probably the best situation for you to be in. We have Burdock Detoxify. This is about detoxifying. It's about detoxifying and maybe going like on a cleanse. So I don't know if you eat like a lot of like dietary foods or like processed sugars or anything like that. Sometimes our foods and our diets can actually cause us to have anxiety. So I would definitely say do some research on your own and just monitor your diet to see if there's anything that you're eating that's actually having an emotional effect on you. Something you can do is like after you eat a meal, just clock how you're feeling once the meal's done, 30 minutes, an hour after, right? Just clock how your foods are making you feel and then try to switch it up. And this can also be not just detoxifying our foods and our lifestyles, right? But also our minds. So those negative thoughts, if you're like, I don't know how it's going to turn out, so I don't want to do it. You can give that the boot, right? Give that the boot. Uh-oh. Okay, that's fine. You can give that idea the boot, right? Any doubts or limiting self-beliefs, it's time for them to go because they're going to stop you from answering the call you're meant to go on. Up next, you have resourcefulness. This is again connecting you to the Ace of Swords, where you're connecting with the people around you, you're communicating, you're networking, you're doing research, you're using everything that you have at your disposal to make it to where you want to go and where you ultimately want to be. Okay, into your Oracle cards from the Starseed Oracle deck. Again, this is great. I'm loving this. This is a really good message. I'm just gonna sit this here just so you have that representation. And let me read this for you. So starting off with deep cellular healing. Arteris energy, physical and emotional healing. I've never seen this card before, so it's quite beautiful. But let me read it. Deep cellular healing. Your body knows how to heal. Healing is your natural state. Physical and emotional disharmony can be a reflection of how the world, inner and outer, has been out of alignment. If you're suffering from a mystery or chronic illness, don't allow yourself to think you've done something wrong. Today, it's difficult to navigate our health. If this card has made its way to you, you're being called to focus on your healing in practical ways, to prioritize your health, to be kind and tender to your miraculous body, to give yourself the grounding and care you need, to put your body first, to nourish yourself as if you would a newborn baby, to treat yourself with tender care. What was I saying about detoxify? You know what I mean? The way that you would care for, tender, stretch, shape a baby's head, give a baby only organic foods. This is your call to do the same thing. You may be called to switch things up with your body or your emotional well-being, to call in a team of helpers to support you in navigating any challenges you may be experiencing emotionally. The Arturians are a galactic group of beings who have mastered deep cellular and emotional healing. They want you to know that it's possible to feel vibrant in your body and well in your skin, to have your cells return to effervescence and vitality, to find calmness and contentedness, to have a soothed nervous system and a tranquil heart. They have an actual chant for you. So it's, I take back my vitality and energy and feel more and more healthy each and every day. My body knows how to heal. My body knows how to heal. Gotcha. So repeat that a couple times. Think about it while you're taking a shower or something like that. Hold it in the back of your mind while you're taking a walk, cooking food, or exercising. Up next, we have trust the timing. Trust the wave you came in on. Time is not running out. Exactly. Knight of Coins. Slow and steady wins the race. So trust the timing. Okay. So often, those who feel like they're here for a reason sense that time is running out, and they spend their life worrying that they might miss their moment. But the only way to miss your life or your moment is to spend your time worrying about missing it. It's never too late to answer a calling, and you're never too old. The tides of your life are magnificently orchestrated to come in and out in perfect unison. Don't race ahead and ride a wave that was never meant for you. You'll waste your precious time and energy when instead you could be enjoying your life. Everything has a season, and you're being called to trust the one you're in. Don't let impatience, comparison, competition, or paranoia disturb the seeds. It seems that everyone has anxiety these days, constantly scanning for something they might have missed or a possible threat. Keeping our mind and our body pointed in the same direction as our soul is near impossible at such reactive speeds. Keeping our mind and body pointed in the same direction as our soul is near impossible at such reactive speeds. Right now, you're being reminded to take a breath, trust the wave you came in on, to trust the season you are in. Time isn't running out. There is plenty of time. There's no rush, and it is never too late. The journaling or meditation question they have for this one is, how can you trust the timing of your life a little more? Alrighty. Please thank your ancestors, spirit guides, angels, the divine, for helping me deliver these messages to you. And if anything resonate, please let me know what felt good or resonated down in the comments. If you found value out of this video, please like and share with your friends so that as many people as possible can receive this motivation. And until next time, this is XL Moe. Bye. Hello, pal number 3. Welcome to your pick a card reading. So just a little bit about how this reading is going to work. So these first 3 cards are going to be your current situation, or currently where you are in life. And these next 3 cards are going to be your motivation, message from Spirit. Gotcha. So without ado, let's just hop right into it. Okay. All right. Okay, so with this strength card here, and then it's funny how it also connects to the 8 of coins here with these people in the greenery with the red hair, like doing this really hard work. But just with the strength card, I'm seeing that you have confidence. That you have confidence and you're pursuing something, right? And you're confident that it's going to come in, but you're not seeing it. You were not seeing it. And this could honestly just be a new relationship is what it's looking like. This could be a new friendship. This could be a new partnership. Or if you're already in a relationship, this could be like a new adventure. This could be like a new vacation, a new opportunity for you, your best friend, your twin flame, or your soulmate or partner to embark on. And I'm sensing you have you're looking for it, you're confident that it's coming, but it's just not coming in now and you're not seeing it. So you might have a little bit of hesitancy about like, when is this new relationship or partnership coming on? Or when am I going to be able to embark on this new exciting journey with this person I'm in a relationship with, right? But again, and then I'm sensing that you might be trying to force it, right? I'm sensing that you might be trying to force it because just with the strength card, like she has this like ferocious beast. This is like a lion with bare legs and a crocodile or alligator mouth, and she got it in a pretty tidy hold. And usually the 8 of coins is about like hard work, really difficult work. It's literally the definition of blood, sweat, and tears. But with this card in reverse, I'm sensing you don't have to work so hard. You do not have to work so hard. You don't have to work so hard. And I'm sensing that like it is going to come in. It just might not be coming in soon. And like if it is going to come in at all, trying to force your way or muscle your way to this new relationship or this new adventure isn't going to make it happen any sooner, right? So like with this 8 of coins, I'm sensing like ease up on it. You don't have to work so hard. The Queen of Coins, she's very slow and steady wins the race, but like she's more of like, she knows she's going to get to her destination, but just on her way there, she's going to pamper herself the whole way through. She's like, this thing is going to come whenever it's going to come. And when it's get here, I'll look pretty for the process. You know what I mean? You can have any gender identity, but like this card in reverse is just saying to like, don't rush it. Don't try to force it. Like pamper yourself while you're trying to wait for it to happen. You know what I mean? Whatever this is, like give yourself the money, like take yourself out on like a smaller version of the date, whatever it is. I'm just like, I'm getting like, treat yourself wherever you are right now. Treat yourself at home. Pamper yourself at home is really what I'm getting with this Queen of Coins in reverse. I'm sensing that you're not doing it right now, but that's the call to do those things. And then the Page of Wands, again, the Page of Wands is somebody who gets out there. They look for the new adventure. They're trying to get this new information. They're excited to start dating. They're excited to get out there and look for these new things. But I'm just getting that it's not time. The time is not now. The time is not now. The time to get out there and to be exploring is not, it's not now. It's not now. It's not now. So give it some time, give it a moment, but while you're waiting for this thing to happen, pamper yourself. This is kind of like an invitation to pamper yourself, right? Gotcha. Moving on to your oracle cards. It's going to come in. The motivational messages is going to come in, just not anytime soon. So keep holding the faith, which I see that you have. I see that you have the faith and the confidence. Keep holding it. It's going to come in, although it may not be coming in soon. And then I think that you pampering yourself is going to be the way that you attract it, right? Look at this. Look at this. So the first one you have is receiving. You have Black Kahash Darkness. Black Kahash, I'm sorry. And then you have Poison Ivy, Caution. So yeah, so this is just what I'm sensing. So Nettle, the Nettle, receiving. This again is about the Queen of Coins pampering herself and giving her what she deserves and what she desires. Allow yourself to receive from yourself first. I keep hearing you just need to give to yourself. You know what I mean? Or if you're in a partnership, give to yourselves before y'all start trying to put new shit out there. I'm sorry, excuse my French. They're getting kind of passionate over here. The darkness is, I don't know. I think that's what this is. I think this might be the doubt. I'm sensing that you don't have a lot of doubt, but I think that the way that you're trying to force things, I'm sensing that like you imagine if you don't push this needle, it's never going to happen. And that's just a negative thought that you need to get rid of. Also, Poison Ivy cautions us about that. Poison Ivy talks about the ideas we hold in our minds, the words we speak to ourselves, or even the things we say in secret, right? Or they may, which may seem a little harmless, right? We're saying that like, if I don't do this, it's never going to happen. You know what I mean? But having that attitude kind of makes that true, where you need to be receiving. You need to be open and receptive. And I don't know what the symbol is, but it's really jumping out to me about like, I think that's an atom. That might be an atom. I think that's an atom, like just connecting you to the universe and connecting you to everything else, to the smallest cell, the smallest atom, the smallest organism, right? So again, like the words and the darkness that you have like in the back of mind can actually like manifest a future that you don't want. So if you are saying something like, if I don't do this, it's never going to happen, put that away. Put that away. I would say like adopt the phrase like, I'm open to receiving what is mine. I am open to receiving all that is good. I am open to receiving all that is delightful. I am open to receiving what the universe wants to gift me. Yeah. I think that's, I'm just sensing that there might be like a change of your mindset that needs to happen. And then you have Weight of the World, Boundaries, Let It Go. It's not yours to carry. I'm going to read this one for you. Let me show you the card so you have the opportunity to look at it. Alrighty. You don't need to carry it all. You're no good to anyone if you're running on empty and bogged down by the weight of the world. This card is a reminder to look after your own well-being before anyone else's. To stop carrying the world's problems on your shoulders. To put on your own oxygen mask first. In these changing times, it's hard not to feel overwhelmed by the state of the planet. However, you can't take on its problems from a place of energetic depletion. This card is thanking you for caring so much. You want to build a better world and to ease the road for others, and that's incredible. But the way you've been doing so is likely unsustainable. This isn't to say you should switch off to the world's problems and become unconscious. Rather, it's a call to establish clear boundaries so you're not constantly taken out energetically. The planet needs you to be healthy, both physically and emotionally. So instead of digesting the news or reaching for your phone as soon as you wake up, show up for a nourishing practice such as meditation, soul inquiry, deep breathing, or exercising in nature. Once you're in a state of grace and your inner well is full, you can face the day, the state of the world, and care for others. And at the day's end, take an energetic shower by emptying out anything that's not yours to carry. You can pick it up again the next morning if you so choose, but give yourself time and space to rejuvenate and rest. What was I saying? What was I saying? Wasn't I saying that this Queen of Coins in reverse it's calling you to treat yourself? It's calling you to fill up your own emotional cup. It's calling you to rest, be luxurious, lavish, and comfortable first. I'm sorry, I got a little excited. Let me just get to your meditation and your soul inquiry question. What are you carrying that isn't even yours? So this message might not apply to everyone. This message might not apply to everyone, but if it applies to you, definitely take it, right? I'm sensing I need to get you some more tarot cards. So I'm just gonna like, what else do we need to tell pile number 3? What else do we want pile number 3 to be aware of? What else do we want pile number 3 to be aware of? Girl. Girl, wow. Oh my freaking gosh. Okay, I'm done. I'm gonna show you this because you have the 5 of Wands in reverse, you have the Devil in reverse, you have the 7 of Wands in reverse, the 10 of Swords in reverse, and the Page of Swords in reverse. And at the bottom of the deck, you also have the Queen of Swords in reverse. Okay, let me just go into what this means. So again, so this card was also talking about, like, this one right here, stop fighting the world's problems if they're not yours to carry, right? So this 5 of Wands in reverse, it's about not fighting. It's about fighting. It's about tapping out of the fight, quite literally. It's like, I'm not fighting anymore. And I'm sensing you need to stop fighting because the fight is leaving you exhausted. The Devil in reverse is about releasing ourselves from things that leave us emotionally, physically, or spiritually depleted. After you're done fighting, engaging in this argument, like you're kind of exhausted. You're really tired. You don't feel well. You carry this bad energy around. The 7 of Wands, it's also about, this is so much fire energy. The 7 of Wands in reverse is about like not defending yourself. But like I'm sensing like don't defend yourself. It's not necessarily that, but it's like not putting yourself in a situation where defending yourself is necessary. I'm sensing before you even walk into these situations, you know that it's going to be excitable. You know the girls are going to be fighting. You know that people are going to be arguing and all this stuff. And it's just saying like, don't put yourself in that place. Don't put yourself in that place if you know it's going to deplete you the way it's been depleting you, right? After that, you have the 10 of Swords. The 10 of Swords is about the end of a chapter, the end of a journey, the end of a narrative. It's about the end of something. But when we see it in reverse, it's saying that it's time for recovery. It's time for rest. It's time to heal whatever bad vibes this was causing you, right? With the Page of Swords and the Queen of Swords in reverse, I'm sensing just with the Page of Swords, don't engage with it again. The Page of Swords upright is somebody who goes out looking for information, questioning, looking to have a conversation. But like with it in like reverse, I'm just sensing it's kind of like a troublemaker. Like if you're an instigator, don't get out there instigating these problems. Don't do that. Don't go out into the world looking for an argument to have. And the Queen of Swords in reverse as well. The Queen of Swords, she's kind of messy. She's very messy. But she's messy on the low. She's messy on the low, like she will create a disaster. She will create havoc and nobody will know that it's her. And I'm not sensing that this is you. If it is you, like take it as it resonates. But I'm just sensing with the Queen of Swords in reverse, it's time to draw boundaries. The Queen of Swords in reverse doesn't draw boundaries around herself. She doesn't draw boundaries around drama and what she's willing and not able to like accept. She actually like creates more of it. But the Queen of Swords upright, it's a call to draw those boundaries, right? It's a call to like put it in your schedule. That like, these are my self-care days. After this, I'm offline. Nobody can contact me. I'm not engaging with this conversation anymore. I've got to focus my time, my energy, my words, my mindset on what I actually want to accomplish, not arguing and going back and forth with the girls, right? So yeah, that was just some additional clarification I felt that needed to be delivered. So again, if that resonated, take it. If it doesn't, leave it behind. But yes, thank you for tuning in. Please thank your ancestors, spirit guides, angels, the divine, or whoever you commune with for allowing me to deliver these messages to you. If anything resonated, please let me know what made sense or resonated down in the comments. And yes, please like and share this video if you found value out of it so that these motivational messages can reach other people. And last but not least, subscribe so that you can find out when I release more videos like these. And until next time, this is XO Meaux. Bye. Alrighty, hello, pal number 4. And welcome to your pick a card reading. Just a little bit about how this reading is going to work. These first 3 cards are your current, these first 3 cards are where you are in life or the current situation you're going through. And these other 3 cards will be like your motivational message or just like advice from the divine, right? And then after that, I'll pull out your oracle cards. And if I feel the need to, I'll pull some more like tarot cards for you just to get any clarification if I feel like it's needed. But without further ado, let's hop right into it. Okay, so I'm kind of sensing you're overwhelmed emotionally. Yeah, because the Ace of Cups in reverse, it's about like a lot of emotions and abundance of emotions, and these could be new things or old things. I'm sensing like it's probably a mixture of both. Yeah, I'm looking at a mixture of both. Because the 7 of Cups, this is telling me that there are a lot of emotional situations that are taking up your mental space, right? That are taking up your time and your energy. Some of them might be causing sadness, depression, or this feeling of overwhelming. And some of them might actually be from your past. You know what I mean? That might actually need like going to therapy to heal from. The 6 of Cups is about dealing with our past, memories, things from our childhoods and things of that nature. But just with the 7 of Cups in between these 2 things, I'm just getting that there are a lot of things, and I'm kind of getting choked up just talking about it, causing you to be emotionally stressed or like caught up, anxious, and immobile, right? Now, this might even have to deal with your family. The 6 of Cups deals with, again, our childhoods, our like childhood memories, relationships, all that stuff. And I'm kind of getting like childhood family vibes, just a little bit. Take it if it applies, leave it behind if it doesn't. Moving on to your motivation, the divine is telling you to cut all that, I'm sensing most of these situations you don't even need to deal with. Who child, and as I'm getting into your emotional message, I'm feeling better. So this is just your call to feel better because you have the power to do so. The Emperor has very strong boundaries. I was talking about like boundaries in pile number 3. So like if you might have been drawn to that pile as well. If not, don't worry about it. If you were drawn to both of these piles, then take both of these messages, right? But the Emperor has very strong boundaries. This is Aries energy, Aries and Mars. This is like, so here's what we're not gonna do. You're not gonna be talking to me crazy. You're not gonna be overwhelming me. Or this is just like, we're gonna do something about it. So this is like you either choosing to do something about this like situation and getting it off of your plate so you don't have to sit in this overwhelming feeling, or it's just cutting it off. The Emperor sword is really standing out to me right now. Like he has this like this sword in this rock, right? There's a story of somebody who's pulling like a sword out of a piece of stone. But I'm really getting the image of this Emperor sticking the sword in, meaning that he's putting it into it. He's like, dead this, dead this, dead this, dead this, right? This is the end. This stops here. Okay? With the 9 of Swords, I'm sensing that you are worrying about it. So the 9 of Swords, it's about worrying, it's about fear, and I'm kind of getting 2 things. I'm getting one, that this might be keeping you up late at night, and that like the solution around that is just to talk to somebody about it. Like again, not carrying all this stuff to yourself, talking to a friend, a therapist, or the person you're having the problem with, just talking to them about it. But I'm also sensing, Because looking at that card, I'm sensing if you just stare the situation in the face, if you just look this scary monster in the eye and deal with it, you can let all of this go. But I'm sensing that you're kind of scared about hurting people's feelings. With the Lovers in reverse, this is somebody you care about. Again, this is your family member, your siblings, the people you live with, your partner. You're so nervous about hurting their feelings that that's kind of making you like immobilized, right? But again, just taking it back to the Emperor, you don't have to worry about that. You don't have to worry about that. If somebody is hurting you, if somebody like did something that is causing like a stressful emotional situation, and your solution is to check them, if their feelings are hurt, if they feel bad after the fact, that's literally just a consequence to their actions, right? That's just literally what happens when like, and you know, we don't get away from that. You know what I mean? That's part of being human. Sometimes we hurt people's feelings and sometimes people hurt our feelings, but the path moving past that is confronting the people. And like, if they feel bad about hurting your feelings for a little while, yeah, that's kind of how this goes. It's kind of how people have to heal from that situation, right? So Jess, with this Lovers card in reverse, I'm sensing, don't be afraid of hurting their feelings, and don't be afraid that this person is going to leave you or abandon you just because you have this situation going on, right? It is through emotional trials and tribulations that we grow as people here on earth. So if you really need to have like this tough conversation, have the conversation, right? And don't be afraid that this person is going to leave you, because I'm sensing it's just going to make the bond that much stronger. Another thing I get with the Lovers card, when it's upright, I just say choose to be the best version of yourself, right? Like, especially we're in the middle of Leo season, but whenever you get this message, it applies. A Leo will stand up for themselves. Like, regardless of what the situation, a Leo energy defends itself. It stands up for itself. Not because it's the right thing to do, but because it's like, it's guttural for them. You know what I mean? They have no option but to stand up to the problem that's causing them issues. You know what I mean? So if that is you, choose to be that best version of yourself that protects yourself, right? Choose what chooses you. Alrighty. Okay, let's get into your Oracle cards. I'm just gonna move these up. Okay, flow, come on. Mugwort, cycles, willow, interconnection. Excuse me. This is kind of what I was saying again about like when something like makes us emotional upset, it's to be in flow to deal with the situation and move on. I'm seeing like this is all water energy, 6 of Cups, 7 of Cups, Ace of Cups. That's water, that's your emotions. I'm sensing that your emotions and your feelings are caught up. I'm really sensing like in your throat chakra and like in your chest, I'm sensing that they're caught up right there. The Clover is asking you to be in flow. You know what I mean? When you have these feelings, to speak up. You're blocking yourself. Do not block yourself. Just be in flow with the energy. You know what I mean? And even if you can't say it to the person, I would say it to the person, whatever the situation is. But like, if you need to go and scream somewhere, do that, because that'll just help get some of that energy out of your body, right? If you need to go kickboxing, I'm sensing you need to like scream, shout, yell, cuss some people out. That's just what I'm feeling right now. Like, I'm getting this hot-headed energy that you kind of need to express and get off your chest. Get it out of you. Be in flow with it. Be in flow with your emotions, the good and the bad. Sometimes we judge ourselves for having negative emotions or wanting to yell at people, but I'm a firm believer that we are, as humans, we're here to experience the full circle of emotions, the full cycle of what it means to be human, the good and the bad, the lovey, comfortable, the lovey-dovey parts and the parts that are kind of ugly, you know what I mean? The parts that people don't prefer to come out and see all that often. But just being a human and being a full-bodied human is about being in flow with all of it, right? We have Mugwort cycles. Again, whenever I see this card, this might not be resonating with you, so take it if it resonates, leave it behind if it doesn't. Whenever I see this card, I really do think about like menstrual cycles. So maybe I feel uncomfortable saying this sometimes, but I kind of get over it. But maybe using the blood of your menstrual cycle to release some of those negative emotions, some of those heavy, stagnant emotions from your past or childhood. Kind of just using the visualization of like your menstrual cycle of releasing some of those things that are no longer in service with you, right? But on the other hand, this could just be like, you could be really connected to the moon. Your moon sign, your moon placement could be in a water sign, or you can just have a lot of Cancer in your chart, or a lot of water placements in general, right? Where your emotions are so strong, and it's important for you to be in flow with the moon. You know what I mean? To follow, you know what I mean? The ebb and flow of the emotions with the moon, and maybe finding a way to sync up the way that you express yourself or release things with the moon could be helpful to you. You have interconnection, which again is telling me that you are connected to the people around you that this is happening with, right? But this is also, I'm getting that this is a lesson that you all need to learn, that all of you need to develop from, and this, you're connected to these people for a reason, and then like you stepping forward into your truth, into your most powerful self, will be very rewarding for everybody involved. Okay, you have called soul gifts and training. It's time to step up. Let me show this card to you, just so you can see it. You came to Earth with a double mission: to grow as a soul and to bring about a shift in consciousness. The best way to fulfill these personal and collective purposes is to trust what is in your soul. The best way to fulfill these personal and collective purposes is to trust what it is that your soul is calling you toward, for it's encoded within the most direct path forward. Your soul has many unique gifts that it came here to share. Some you may already be aware of, others you're just beginning to uncover. You're being called to remember that your soul intelligently chose the perfect conditions to carry out your soul's mission and to share your soul's gifts. If you're being called toward a creative project, a passion, or an adventure, this card is your confirmation that you're facing the right way and that this moment right here is destined. If you're feeling unprepared or thinking, who am I to do that? This card is guiding you to step up and leap, to consider that perhaps your soul has been training for this moment right here for lifetimes. So again, like I was saying, wherever you are, or whatever this energy needs to get out, it has like transformational like properties to it, and you're actually meant to express these things, you know what I mean? Not just for the betterment of you, but for the betterment of those people around you. And here's your like chant or meditation or your starseed activation. I call forth the soul gifts and soul training that I've received throughout all of my lifetimes. I'm ready to embody them all now, without hesitation or fear. I fully commit to being here now. I'm ready to step into my soul's highest and most potent calling. I've been training for this for lifetimes. Alrighty, I'm sensing I need to get you just a little bit more out of the tarot deck. But yeah, so like what other messages do we have for pile number 4? This is very interesting. If any of this is resonating or makes sense, please let me know in the comments. I'd like to know how these energies are showing up in your life. So any messages or additional guidance we want to give to pile number 4? Any additional guidance? Any additional guidance? Information we want to give to pile number 4? Okay, so here's what we have. We have the 8 of Pentacles in reverse, the Sun card, the Queen of Wands, the High Priestess in reverse, the 9 of Cups, and the Magician. So again, this is kind of really falling in line with the things I was already talking about. With the 8 of Pentacles in reverse, I'm sensing that like expressing yourself or saying your piece, it is hard work for you, right? It is hard work, but don't not do the hard work. The 8 of Pentacles in reverse is just telling me that like you're really reluctant to do this hard piece of work, this hard piece of like expressing yourself, be it written, verbally, or just like saying your 2 piece or your sense, right? Or even if you are doing it, you're not doing it to the fullest potential. right? But they're saying when you flip this Eight of Pentacles upright, you're actually inviting the best parts of yourself in, right? The Sun card is about joy, emotional fulfillment, like happiness. I'm sensing again with the Six of Cups in reverse, this is about our inner child. You're healing your inner child when you do this. You're actually healing your ego and your confidence in the process, and you're turning into the Queen of Wands. You don't necessarily have to identify with like feminine pronouns or feminine like gender expressions, but like the emotional part of yourself that is sociable and happy and nurturing and excited to be around other people, these people in your life, you know what I mean? You're healing that feminine energy, and it's actually going to be able to buoy you and make you feel really good. Yeah? The High Priestess in reverse is telling me that you know that this is the only solution. Your intuition is telling you that this is how it goes, but you might have a little bit of a pessimistic view here with the Nine of Cups. But like if you're just able to trust your intuition and to make the leap of faith, to do that hard, difficult work, you can actually have the Nine of Cups upright, which is that happy ending. This is you doing all of the emotional work. This is you being emotionally fulfilled. Like when I see her, the phrase I say is like, I pay my bills are paid, just because she's kind of sitting here with her arms crossed like, yes, I did that. I sure did. Period, poo. You know what I mean? So I'm just sensing that like, take the step up, take the leap of faith, trust your intuition, do the hard work to give yourself the emotional satisfaction that only you can give to yourself, right? Last but not least, you have the Magician saying that you have all the resources you need to manifest the life that you want. So if there's a dream, the Emperor, whatever your goals are, whatever it is, like emotionally, physically, like spiritually, career-wise that you're trying to manifest, like doing this work will help you manifest that. You have all the tools you need. It's just a matter of getting up and doing it. Yeah. 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 Do I want to talk about this? Just on the bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Cups in reverse, but like, I'm not sensing it's supposed to be in reverse. I'm actually sensing it's supposed to be upright. And just with that like all of this process, this whole process is about mothering yourself and taking care of your own emotions, right? This is about filling up your own emotional cup and like nurturing yourself, or this might be very specific, but being the mother you never had. I'm kind of getting mothering yourself and being the mother you never had. It's just kind of what I'm getting. That's very specific. That's only for a few people. Take it if it resonates, leave it behind if it doesn't. But I'm sensing for everybody in this pile, this is about being in charge of taking care of your own emotional and spiritual well-being. Yeah. But all right, that's all I have for you. Thank you, pile number 4. Again, let me know what resonated, or if this made any sense to you, let me know down in the comments. If you found value out of this reading, please like and share with your friends so that these messages can reach as many people as possible. And last but not least, please subscribe so that you receive updates when I upload more videos like this. Thank your guides, your ancestors, the spirit, the divine, for allowing me to deliver these messages to you. And until next time, this is XO Moe. Bye.